Last year, when the dealers were surveyed about their most trusted brands, Honda was in the top 5, just behind Subaru, Toyota, and Lexus, and even ahead of Porsche. The dealers have a very good relationship with Honda, at least in the United States. I believe that's where this poll was taken. But check out what's going on right now. Honda Canada is slashing dealer margins massively, and this is going to hurt the profitability of the dealers, while Honda keeps the most of that money and that you could say that profit to themselves. This is quite crazy, and I can't wait to talk about it. So let's get into it. Guys, smash the like button if you're excited for what Honda has coming this year. I'll be driving the Civic Hybrid and also the Acura ZDX in the near future. But check out this news article. This is not only caught me by surprise, but I'm not a dealer, so it doesn't really affect me. But the news is, and this decision by Honda is going to really radically affect their dealer relationship up north of the wall in Canada. Well, not the wall as you guys think, south of the border. It's a Game of Thrones reference. We didn't need to keep moving. And every vehicle sale could lose 44% of that profit margin, equating to hundreds of dollars per vehicle. And they're saying this is tied to the electrification era, according to dealers and other industry sources. So it's not just the dealers saying this. Their automotive news is getting an influx of all these reports saying that Honda is cutting the profitability on each individual car sold. The profit margin reduction, which one industry source called a blatant money grab, was done without any consultation with the dealers and caught the dealers off guard. This is unprecedented, one of the sources said. Other brands have nibbled around the edges on profit margins on specific new models or types of vehicles, such as battery electrics, but never imposed anything similar across the board. Honda's doing something that's never been done before. They want to be pretty aggressive with battery electric vehicles. They want to be fully electrified here in the United States, BEV or fuel cell, by 2040. And I know that they want to evolve the dealer model as it currently is. It's just hard to do that with the franchise laws placed in effect here in North America that protect the dealers and the dealer networks on a massive scale. They are super powerful and entrenched around laws that they have funded over the years to get into action. The margin reduction starts with the new Honda Prologue before expanding the company's wider lineup for the 2025 model year. Now, why does it start with the Prologue? Well, you would think profit margins wouldn't be that high there. They're contracting General Motors to build the Prologue for them down in Mexico. But Mexico, vehicles down there, in theory should have lower costs of labor. But it is starting with the Prologue and expanding to the wider lineup for the 2025 model year, a 44% reduction in profit per car. Now, where do dealers make their profits? It's not necessarily on new cars. They make more money on used cars and the financing of used cars. They make more money, especially on the service end. But what happens with electric cars is that they don't need the service of internal combustion engine cars, not anywhere close. Just, tires, rotation of the tires, maybe a fluid check every once in a while, but there's nothing else really to check on them. Software is different. That'll all be done over the air in the future. You don't need to take it back to the dealer for software updates. Dealers are not excited. I made a video yesterday. Dealers are not excited about the electric vehicle transition. Not only is interest from the consumer and the dealer dropping, it's just that now we're seeing the profit margins on the dealer level seemingly getting drug out or drug a little bit thin, spread a little bit thin at this point, with Honda taking those profits and holding them for themselves and not giving the dealers seemingly what they're used to getting. Dealer margin on Honda vehicles is typically around 4.5% of the sticker price, all the way up to 8%, depending on the model. This change will see those margins trimmed by 2 percentage points, or as much as 44% on a vehicle at the low end of the margin scale. 2% equates to about $664 on a $33,000 vehicle. That's a lot of money that's coming off of the margins for the dealers. No confirmation from Honda. Honda did say they do not share the details of their business relationship with their dealers, and Honda has a strong plan for electrified future and has been making strategic investments that will enable us to continue to meet the needs of our customers and create a sustainable and profitable future for our business. Canadian dealers said the automaker framed the move as part of the transition to electric from internal combustion engine vehicles. However, you got to also keep in mind, the dealers are being asked to put in all this infrastructure, right? The installation of these EV chargers, which can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And now they're seeing the profit up to 44% drop on their new Prologue. And this is interesting. The profit margin, which is going to be dropped on the all 2025 model years, according to this, they're saying it's already low on the Civic and CRV profit margins. They need to make those as competitive as possible to fight the Corollas, to fight the RAV4s, etc. And now the profitability on those models are going to be next to none. Now, there are other ways the dealers can make money here, even though they cannot get the same margins that they used to, at least on the sticker price, because Honda Canada is saying that they are thinking about allowing the dealers to charge buyers administration fees on purchases. Now, that's kind of a Canadian market exclusive. Here in the United States, dealers have no problems charging admin fees, doc fees, prep fees, whatever fee that they can possibly conjure up, dealers will try to get away with. Over in Canada, the laws are a little bit more strict. And apparently, if Honda says that they can charge admin fees, the dealers, will. And so affordability is coming down on the cars now because of Honda keeping more of the profits to themselves. What would fix this situation? Well, some of you guys are saying direct to consumer fixes this situation. The problem is, like I mentioned, the dealers are so fortified by the laws over the last century that has put them into power positions. The dealer bodies are extremely powerful. There's nothing that can dethrone them from their seat of being the middleman. And there's nothing that can dethrone them also from their bad reputation. It's not just in the United States, it's bad in Canada too. Volkswagen's EV Scout brand is kind of an example of the automakers finding a loophole, a workaround to not sell their vehicles at a dealership and a direct to consumer model. You buy everything online like a Tesla, like a Rivian, and that takes a lot of the profit margins away from the dealers and keeps it in the pockets of the OEM. And the dealers are pissed off. Not all retailers are approaching this issue with as much leniency, hoping for like the reinstatement of the admin fees, etc. Sources say a range of dealers, including several of Canada's large dealership groups, are mobilizing. Guys, mobilizing is a word that we typically hear in war. Are the dealers in Canada going to war with Honda to make them reverse course? That's seemingly what's going on here. They're also exploring other avenues, such as a legal challenge built off Canadian franchise laws. Guys, again, remember, these dealerships are extraordinarily powerful. With the retail network up in arms, this is going to become a major issue if Honda doesn't back down or start adjusting and start considering dealer input, the industry source said. One dealer said this is going to be a challenge for Honda if the dealers do activate their war chest, activate their lawyers, right? That's essentially their military. And with ongoing loss on margin, dealers could see the value of the franchises erode because of the change. One dealer is saying the bigger concern is not this. He's saying, what is going to happen next? Is this just the first domino in Honda reducing the profits for the dealers and increasing the profits for themselves? I find this very interesting, and I will keep you guys updated on this if I hear more about it. And do you think that this is going to happen here in the United States? Maybe this is an experiment for Honda. Maybe they're seeing if they can get away with it in Canada. It's a smaller market. They're seeing What would happen if they try to keep more profits on new cars to themselves? And what is the reaction to the dealers going to be before they would roll out anything like that in their bigger market, their cash cow here in the United States? We know that their margins are suffering big time over in China. All the Japanese automakers are struggling in China as the price wars over there just get more and more insane on a weekly basis. I'll see you guys in the comments. I don't know if this is good or bad news. We'll see. I mean, it's too early to tell, right? It's seemingly really bad news for the dealerships, but good news for Honda if they can pull it off. I don't know. I'll catch you guys in the comments. Have a good day and smash a like button if you enjoy Honda coverage. Thank you for watching. Peace.